Hey Dito, do you know what time it is?
KT, it's a time for the anime's three B's: boobs, boobs, and beaches.
Ooh, coming up in this episode, Izuru has to sit out on the sidelines because he's a geezer. Yura steps up after someone gasses up an airsoft gun, and Eren goes, eh. All that more coming up. The show begins in 3, 2, 1. It's time for the Ktdata Anime Podcast with Dito and Ktdata. The Ktdata Anime Podcast is brought to you by October, the month of giveaways from Ktdata.net. We are giving away too much stuff that we don't even remember what we're giving away, so keep an eye on Ktdata.net for details. Hey everybody, welcome to the Ktdata Anime Podcast. I am Ktdata.
And I'm the Dark Lord Sith, Dito.
And this is the anime podcast where you go watch some animes and come back and watch Dito and I complain about them, because that's what you're going to hear a lot of today. Dito, how are you doing, man? It's getting cold outside, so I don't like going outside as much.
I hate outside.
Like, if you guys, I see people in, like, Florida and California, like, oh, it's such a nice 75. I'm like, it's cold here. Snow's coming down. I have a hard time getting up in the morning because it's so friggin' cold.
Actually, every day I'm at work, that's how I hear when people get off the plane, just like, ooh, it's cold. I'm like, welcome to Utah.
Ding. All right. So if you guys have never seen the Ktdata Anime Podcast before, what you can do is pause the video right now or the audio recording and head on over to ktdata.net and click on the show notes for this episode, which is episode 4 of the 2013 summer season. And there'll be
somewhere around our 9th season, I think.
9 or 10. We've been here for a while, guys. And then you can watch all the episodes that we're talking about, and you probably can skip a couple of them. Attack on Titan, and
Think of our episodes being kind of like Dragon Ball. You could probably miss a couple episodes, not miss anything.
No, you have to watch every episode of the Ktdata Anime Podcast. Attack on Titan, on the other hand, you can skip most of it. But we'll get into that later. Let's jump into our first anime right now.
We can jump into it, but not with the song.
Yeah, this song's kind of anticlimactic.
I think we complain about this like every single time.
And our first anime of the night is Ginga Kikotai, Majestic Prince, and is brought to you by Family, because they don't want you to do anything stupid, unlike Dito and me, where we always want us to do stupid things.
We always do stupid things. That's what makes us so entertaining, right? Right.
Entertaining, right.
Something like that.
And then at least the insurance companies enjoy what we do.
Or something.
Yeah. All right. So last episode, we say goodbye to our awesome space cowboys. How to use laser sails to go sort of close, well, 1/10 of the speed of light. And Izuru, he's becoming an old man.
Yeah, whippersnappers, get off my space lawns.
Get off my artificially gravity turf.
Get off my artificial gravity turf.
That's how the future old man is. Like, did you know this, Dito? My goal in life is just to become a crotchety old man.
What are you talking about? When I get older, I'm supposed to be Mr. Miyagi.
Yeah, you could be the wise old man. I'm gonna be like, when I was young, we had things called iPods. They weren't part of our phones or anything fancy like that. They just played music. You had to plug in your headphones. And the thing is, they didn't have this wireless nonsense either. You had to, like, plug it in and pick what songs you wanted on this MP3 player and take it with you.
I'm gonna take that and go one step further. Back when I was a kid, we used notepads. We wrote our own crap on everything.
You mean like on your tablet where you could just type it in.
Yeah, speaking of typing things, it is time for the final battle preparations for our really pathetic GDF.
Hey, at least they have a cool operation name. It's called Operation Heaven's Gate.
You know, the funny
Come
thing,
on,
though,
that sounds cool.
It's very poorly done, because usually whenever someone talks about like an operation and everything, it's always something like that doesn't really focus on the actual thing you're attacking. In this case, there's like, we're attacking a gate. Let's call it Heaven's Gate. Operation Heaven's Gate. I like that.
Hey,
pat yourself on the back. For that
You gotta give them credit. This is one of the few names they've actually made cool. I mean, come on. AHSMB.
I spelled that wrong, didn't I?
Team Rabbits. Yeah, it's AHSMB. I remember that now. 20 episodes in, I finally remember.
20 episodes in, I have all the letters in there. It's just in the wrong order. So,
yeah.
This operation is supposed to be where now everybody has their own aspect. KT.
Okay.
I was gonna say,
Okay.
you give the acronym again, because I'm not gonna be trying.
Well, yeah. So now they've mass produced them, but come on, how long have they had these units? Maybe a couple weeks or so. So can't expect them to be too proficient in them. And this is pretty much Earth's last stand. We're literally scraping the bottom of the barrel right now, trying to get any ships they can get, any troops they can get for this one last push to go blow up the space gate.
The Heaven's Gate.
The Heaven's Gate.
I just want to say this to make a little point. China, you need some creativity.
No, Dito, they're just overcompensating for something. I'm just saying.
Someone.
Big heads.
At least it's not North Korea.
Yeah, they just have big heads. Their HSMBs have big heads.
No, I was going to say that at least it's not North Korea, because I doubt they'd even get further beyond the atmosphere. Oh.
Ouch. I don't think we're ever going to make it into North Korea now, Dito. We've just been banned. We're not going to be as cool as Dennis Rodman or anything.
I have one question for you, KT. Why would you wanna?
Why not?
Because honey badgers. Well, because of Izuru's aging process, he becomes a liability.
His super short chromosome, so if you stick him back into his AHSMB, it's probably going to accelerate the process, because that's how he got there.
Yes, Kim Young is going to behem you. Red, you crack me up.
Yeah, so he's going to be on standby, on a leash, being a T-maiden of all things. But of course, since when I say they're literally taking everything they can get, they're literally taking the Star Rose. And if you guys think, hey, that name sounds familiar, that's the space station that's orbiting around Earth that everything docks into. Yeah, that's going with them too.
Yeah, apparently it's also their mothership.
Yeah.
It's starting to become their mothership. And that was kind of like going, alrighty, are they combining with it?
And I'm just saying, like, a ship like that, I can't see it flying fast at all.
No, they need to put some laser sails on it then.
Well, no, that's the weird thing, is because as we go through this episode, they reach the gate. And remember how they made this like big deal on how it's so hard to get a ship there in time to scout the gate, and all of a sudden they're just there.
Yeah, they spend. It took them 20 hours at a tenth of the speed of light to get there, and then they got this big old space station. Managed to get there before the Wugaru even comes through, which puts us to our next point,
which was good too, because the Wugaru decided that was a good time to start their attack, unbeknownst to knowing that the humans were headed towards their gate.
The Earthlings. All they're interested in is in their genes.
They can have Levi Strauss if they want.
Now with that put into there, let's move on.
All right, so now there's this epic battle because they got to go blow up the gate, right? But I guarantee you, once they blow up this gate, this is the end of the series, because we're down the home stretch. We only have 3 more episodes, right, Dito?
True. But so here's how it works too. Now, since Izuru cannot fight, they're going to have Asagi to basically blitz the entire line, go completely NFL toward them, but then gets, stopped, stuff happens, blah, blah, blah. But the whole point is to fire a beacon at the gate so that they can
target it, because you can build this giant laser in space, but you can't build an accurate targeting system.
Nope. And especially the fact alone, like, it's supposed to be however much distance away, you would figure that someone that can put a beacon on it can fire it. So, but no, they want to have their sniper target this little beacon that can be seen all the way across, but they can't shoot it themselves. Yeah. So that makes me really question.
Well, that's the thing, is they're not even using Gold 5 to do this. They're letting Izuru do this. Their sharpshooter.
Izuru's not
the sniper. Gold 5 is. I don't remember his real name.
Yeah, but Izuru's not even in the battle.
Or not Izuru. Asagi. Yeah, whatever.
Asagi, yeah.
They're brothers. They're all the same now. Whatever. All this genetic material. But I forgot to mention last episode. See, was I not right? Izuru and Tioria, totally related. Not brother and sister, but close enough.
They're on a genetic level.
Yeah,
that'd be kind of creepy.
That like I said, I told you. I remember from way back when I called this when Tioria showed up. I'm like, they're related somehow.
But not everything goes according to plan because, well, all of a sudden it's like energy barrier.
Yes. I know you put down shield on here, but you notice they never said shield in the whole thing. They called it a high energy barrier.
I just said it's a damn shield.
It's a shield.
It's a damn shield.
But doesn't it sound so much cooler when you say high energy barrier?
Makes me sound so sophisticated. Not really. I just want to say, it's a damn shield.
Yeah, pretty much. So that means lasers don't work on it. Normal missiles do, but you got to get all the missiles over there. It's a little hard.
And thus comes down to the confinement of energy weapons, bad. Physical weapons, good. Okay. That was not just creepy, was it?
It's always good to have a mix of both. I always wondered why Heavy Arms never had lasers on him.
Because he has heavy arms.
Heavy Arms was Dito's high school wrestling name.
No, they call me Third Leg. Not for those reasons, though.
So now we're gonna find out. This is gonna be the last epic battle. Oh yeah, there was a boss battle somewhere in between, and what's her face? Kay got her, or not Kay. What's the other chick's name? Other chick got her revenge. Yeah.
Miss Frontal Airbags.
All right, let's go with that. So she got her revenge, but the thing is, that battle I was a little unimpressed with, because I mean, I saw them fight and I'm like, really? The guy from Team Doberman could have totally done that.
The only good thing about this is that you see that their actual cooperation, teamwork has come a long way.
Oh yeah, and I love how they just detach. They totally do the Star Trek Enterprise thing and separate the Dion, and then just send half of it to Gold 5 to use as a weapons platform.
And when I saw that, I'm just like, is it going to combine with it?
I know, it's like, why don't you just do it like the Gundam Denium with the mobile armor? And just do that. But no, he just floats above it.
Yeah, he just hovers there and everything just fires from it. It's like, really?
Why'd you
give it to him sooner?
Why'd you wait till episode 22 to do this? This would have been so much cooler in like episode 4.
Yeah, I know. And then at that point stuff, it could have been something bigger, badder, maybe they could have upgraded it, But no, they just said like, all right, since this is the last battle, let's just go all out. Just give him it. Who cares?
I don't know. But I'm actually excited about Majestic Prince again. Let's be honest. The couple episodes before this, I was like, you're just doing the same thing over and over. But They're
Well,
actually
that
doing
makes one of
things.
us.
They're actually doing. We'll put
No.
this into perspective later.
Yeah. Well, next episode to hear our thoughts on it, and
But
yeah,
I think it's a little more interesting now.
we'll find out. Like my opinion will waver by the next episode.
All right, and then now let's go on to this anime that definitely is not dragging, and things are happening.
Stuff and things.
And our next anime is Stella Jokakuen Koutou-ka C3 Boo, and it's brought to you by
Plain zombie. Because it's only a flesh wound.
All right.
In our last episode, we saw airsoft on the beach.
Beach episode.
Water gun battles. And how to kill a roach. Or lack of. So, we now see that what it takes to airsoft, what it means to airsoft, and what it means to get our beach episodes, and,
So let me
and all that two times in a row.
Let me ask you about something, Dito. So airsoft guns, most of them are designed to be moddable, right? To some
Modified.
extent, right? Yeah.
Yeah, they're meant to be modded to, you can do stuff like interchanging barrels,
Yeah,
putting extra accessories on.
Okay. So what is the limit? Like, what is a cardinal rule that you probably shouldn't do in terms of modding airsoft guns?
To make it to the point where it can hurt someone. Because airsoft already stings to a certain point, and maybe you could break skin, kind of like paintball, but you don't want it to really hurt someone because airsoft is a game.
Yeah, because people might wonder, but the BBs that are shot from an airsoft gun are not meant to go through a human body part, right?
No, so in this case, if you were to do what they call illegal modifications and were to add, say, like a high tension spring and maybe even gas power behind it, so let's just put this in perspective. The average airsoft gun shoots about 440 FPS, feet per second. If it ever extends, say like 1200, which is about the velocity of a 22 round, it could potentially do some harm.
Mm-hmm. And it can probably shoot through solid objects at that point, right?
It depends too, because you're also taking a lead pellet or a lead bullet versus a 6mm, probably 2.20 grain plastic BB. So, but it will be enlarged in the flesh, depending on the distance.
Are you saying it couldn't penetrate a can of tea?
Well, in that case, yeah. Cans can be penetrated very easily.
Maybe we should test this. You said penetrate.
Yeah, maybe we should say penetrate a couple more times.
So that's actually happening in C3, which is kind of nuts. I didn't think they'd take this turn. Plus, somebody's doing it in like just normal civilian areas, which is kind of scary.
Yeah, because one of the other rules you'd say about airsoft is you don't shoot in public, because these airsoft guns look real. You can get in trouble. You potentially cause a panic.
Yeah, because if you break down airsoft down, it's pretty much just a game, right? It's not meant to harm anybody.
Yeah, and so was that sound. There is a very good warning saying that keep your eye out before you get shot out.
Yeah. So what happens though is
Fixed it.
Yura and crap, we don't have anybody's names in here, and Sonora, both of them are walking home, and then somebody tries to pelt them, and then Yura, she goes into her weird berserker mode type thing and tries to go chase him off, and Sonora, she saves her from getting run over, because obviously looking both ways before you run across to try and catch somebody is not something they teach you in Japan.
No, and also too, from avoiding a car, taking your friend down and everything and saving them, you will sprain an ankle, get a light concussion somehow.
A week before, about 2 weeks before the 24-hour tournament. That's bad timing. And by the way, I have never seen anybody stay in the hospital for that long for a sprained ankle. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I think the reason why.
Maybe it's different in Japan, but normally maybe a day or two, and you're supposed to go home and rest.
Well, in probably our case too, they'll just be like going, okay, you have a sprained ankle, like concussion, take some pain pills, go home.
Go
We'll
record a
offer,
podcast.
we'll go record a podcast, and then complain about all your, YouTuber your problems away.
Yeah, just imagine that. My ankle hurts. I shouldn't be sitting like this. And look, a pretty puppy.
Look, a koi fish. It's right there.
It's like
I think it's the meds.
It's like you're in my computer, Dito, and I think I can touch you.
Yeah, hold on. I think I'm trying. Let me get that off.
Oh wait, we can ET it right now.
ET. Go.
But so Sonora, she's out of this, and then Yura, she goes into like hardcore military general mode, and she kind of forgets the whole point of airsoft, right?
Yeah, it's to have fun and everything. But, at the same time, too, she did very good on this because in all teams, you need a bit of strategy. I mean, when we play militia style. We'll fight, we'll get up there, shoot some enemies, and then run away.
You don't strategize at all.
We do, but at the same time, too, it's not like, where cheats, like, here's a scenario for everything, like anti-tank, anti-air. It's like, this is airsoft, but they will still work.
So you mean you don't go and study like the Battle of Bulge or Gettysburg for any inspiration, Dito?
I have, yes. Only because I wanted to see, because since we do militia style, I was thinking guerrilla warfare. So I was trying to think of like how to work that against other people by using those strategies.
And do you have a gold AK-47?
I don't have a gold one, but I do got the wood one.
I want a gold one. After I saw something like, ooh, fancy.
And that's exactly what it is. It's just fancy. But so here's a little thing about 24-hour tournament plays.
Yeah.
They could do a bit of everything. In this case, they did what's called flag drop. Say that there are 47 teams. You drop 46 flags, and everyone just goes and attacks it. You grab one flag and return to base. Once you're there, you're safe zone. You're on to the next next round.
Can you grab more than one flag? Is that against the rules?
You can grab more than one flag, but it is against the rules. Just like other things against the rules that you have to do too is call your shots. If you are shot, you call out. If you don't, you're called. It's called playing zombie. So that means that you could be shot everywhere, and you're still proceeding like a zombie.
That's totally not cool, right?
Now, I mean, it's the game's about having fun and team play. It's about honesty and everything. It's just having fun. But when you have those players that go out there that will just play to win, it doesn't make it fun anymore.
What if you get hit and you don't notice you got hit?
See, that's a difference, because if you got hit and you don't notice, there's not much you can do about it. But if someone says you got hit, you have to kind of like, take it their word for it if you want to, honesty itself. But, that's one of the reasons why some people use marker BBs. If you see that you've been hit there, you're obviously out.
So what's the difference between a marker BB and a normal one?
The marker BBs come with a coating on it that will kind of not say splash, but it will just knock off a bit of dust, and that will stay on your clothing. That's easy to wash out.
Okay.
So it just really does show that you've been hit. It's kind of like a light coated paintball.
Does that end up like clogging up your gun or anything?
Yes, it's really bad on your guns.
I
don't recommend marker BBs in electric guns at all.
All right.
Like springers are fine. Spring pistols or spring guns are just fine. Use a marker all you want in those. It doesn't matter.
And you always recommend eyewear, right?
I actually recommend any eyewear possible, and maybe even gloves, because you never know if you're going to get shot in the hands and it will really hurt.
See, good tips from Dito about real airsoft, and
you should always be wearing eye protection.
Would you ever? So, are there actual tournaments that are like 24 hours long and stuff like that?
Yeah, there's actually one around here down in Strawberry Reservoir.
That's kind of cool. And they probably don't have the giant TV and cameras laced everywhere.
Now, unfortunately, like how they show in here, they show as like a festival for them. That you do have something similar, but you have like one big tent, like this BOE tent, where you just go in there, has all the supplies you'll need for like maybe some food, maybe some water, some BBs for sale, stuff like that. They won't have like magazines, stuff like that. They may actually have a couple.
There's no cosplayers out there.
Yeah, they don't have any cosplayers showing off their latest gear.
I saw that. I'm like, yeah, right. Like that's really gonna happen.
You may have magazines there because there are actually like airsoft magazines out here. So you may actually have a couple different people from magazines out here. But other than that stuff, it really is just a tournament that you just go and have fun with and see how far you can get.
Mm-hmm. And how often do you get like active or ex-military teams out there?
It's very common. It's very common to see military or military related individuals as teams.
That's cool. I don't know. C3 or Stella, this is an awesome anime. And I think it does a good job of kind of showing a sport that not a lot of people understand on there. And it's entertaining, unlike this next anime we're going to jump into.
Dun, dun, dun. This anime is boring.
And our final anime of the night is Attack on Titan or Shingeki no Kyojin. And that was the most exciting thing about this segment. And it's brought to you by Patches. Get your patches here. Rip them off and share them all around. All right. So last episode, we saw yet more backstory, that they could have done in episode 4. Levi's team tries to catch a Titan, which they probably could have done in episode 6. And there's a spy in the midst,
which they've been done in episode 10,
which they've been embellishing for 4 episodes. I'm just saying, a lot of people might not agree with me, but this anime is sucking. To be honest with you, like
I'll put into perspective for most people who may think this and don't agree with me, but I'm going to say it anyways. This is like the second half of Sword Art Online. It's just. It's stabbing itself in the gut.
Well, and like to be honest,
shot its own foot off.
Like the usually things that will keep me going, like the main character. I hate the main character. I hate Eren, and it's almost to the point as much as I hate Shinji from Evangelion. It's that bad.
That's
where like every time I see Eren, I'm like, I really want to punch you because one, you're useless in both forms. And all you know is people die because people die.
I'm the center of attention. I'm the center of attention. I should be fighting in my Titan form so no one else gets killed. Like seriously, dude, you
like,
can understand.
Just man up and turn into Titan then. And then when you do, you can't do jack anyways. It's like,
and everyone will die anyways. Because in this case, after the female Titan is captured,
she's playing some tricks.
And then 8, they tell Eren that he needs to head back to HQ because that he is useless. I guess
he is useless. Like, let's be honest. What has he done in? What are we at? 22 episodes.
Yeah.
What has he done in 22 episodes, really? We see him at the beginning, cries over his dead mom, decides to, get everybody to join the recon corps.
And gets everyone killed.
He gets trained, bitches during the whole entire time.
Becomes a Titan.
Yeah, becomes
gets
a Titan.
Everybody killed.
Gets
in more trouble. Gets everyone killed. Gets training. That gets everyone killed, and then goes into the forest and gets his teammates killed. And he's still alive.
Yeah.
By the way, he's eaten twice.
Yeah, he's been eaten twice, and then for 22 episodes, it's like, wow.
But, like, okay, let's put this in a bit more perspective too. So the so-called spy, they were saying like, okay, if this person can, turn to a Titan get away using the 3D maneuvering gear, that means it must have more energy to transform again. And on cue,
Well, and then it just shows you, like, instead of having Eren just whine for 22 episodes, he could have spent 5 of them training, and maybe he could have done something remotely close to that.
maybe they should have put him into his Titan form and tried to train him. So that comes down to a bit of different stuff too. So because of Eren's Shinji-ness, we're gonna call it now, that he gets Levi's team killed. The elite killed, and he then turns into a Titan that
Does Jack.
Oh, let's say this before all that too. We have to look at that.
He even whines when he's in Titan mode. That's the thing.
It's true. It's like, oh, if I was just like this before, I would have saved everyone. It's like, dude, Eren lives it with regret. He doesn't know how to just accept stuff. And because of this too, he fights the female Titan, gets his butt handed to him a few different times, gets his head chopped off, gets his nape bitten, swallowed, and then you have to deal with it. Misaka gets all pissed off that goes after him, does all this stuff too. Then
Levi comes in and does his Sonic the Hedgehog spiel.
Oh god, yeah, that was hilarious. I mean, like, if this is the only time you actually see the elite do their stuff. I mean, watching the Levi's team attack the female Titan, it was actually quite good. I mean, that was actually a good battle scene.
Mm-hmm.
It was just disappointing to say that, oh, well, the elite can be taken out that easy after,
22 episodes.
After 22 episodes, you're seeing them actually take out a Titan to that degree. And then Levi comes in, and of everything he does, he manages to hurt himself to a degree, but yet he still goes off and it's badass in himself.
Yeah. Because real men don't turn and look at explosions.
No, they cut up a Titan.
And then the Titan still survives. That's what's pathetic about this, is the Titan still survives after all this beating. And you're just like, ugh. And then guess what we're going to get in the next 2 episodes, Tito?
We're going to be getting
another parental I want the kid battle.
Yeah, that's the only thing about this series is starting to piss me off, is that so they manage to get back to the city. They manage to get back through the walls, but then the first thing that they're going to be like going, well, we're going to have to give Eren back to the city now because, we suck. We couldn't train him properly because we feel that he was a liability, or that he wasn't good enough, or that maybe we shouldn't Shinji him.
Just give him a. Well, actually, he already has a. He just needs an Asuka in his life, and we're all good, to be honest.
The only difference is that he kind of does have an Asuka, but at the same time, too, this Asuka is far worse to piss off.
I don't know. I would think she's more of a Ray. But if you want,
no, Misaka is not a Ray. Misaka is definitely an Asuka. The only difference is
she wasn't in love with his father.
Yes,
that's the only difference you're saying.
No, is that she's not mass produced.
Oh, so what's gonna happen at the end of Attack on Titan is all these people that the Titans killed, they're gonna come back together as one human being, and then and the whiny McWine over there is gonna fall in love with.
No. This is at the end of Attack on Titan is gonna be like this. All the dead people are going to gather their strength together for 5 episodes and then create this massive ball of energy that they're going to use to.
And are they going to walk around like a golden road too for another 5 episodes?
Oh yeah, yeah.
and then Eren's going to have to go collect 7 different swords from his fallen comrades.
No, it's gonna be 7 different patches, each one of a different number of wings, up to 7 different wings, and or stars. Then he's gonna need to use this little beacon device that's gonna locate which ones he needs, because there's so many of them. There's so many, and they're all gonna be outside the walls. All right, outside the walls, and they're gonna be in the bellies of 7 specific Titans.
And
he
then-
has to open up each one's belly to get it.
And then what's gonna happen is that those 7 swords or patches are gonna get destroyed, and then he's gonna have to go find these dark patches, and then do the same thing.
Yeah, but the only difference is that he has a time period on those because like materials don't last long, and even in Titan stomachs,
Yeah,
and all that stuff.
and then
like if he doesn't get him out in a specific time, the capital is gonna blow up.
Yeah, and then we're gonna mix in a couple Titan fighting tournaments in between too, just for good measure.
Yeah, because beyond the wall, they discover this other wall that has an arena that's made for fighting Titans.
And then Eren's gonna have to go use his 3D maneuver gear in the special room that makes him heavier.
No, and not just that too. It's increased. It's increased area there, so that means everything is so-called gravity heavy, and he has to fight these Titans using an open area with 3D maneuvering gear. And on top of that, to make matters worse too, there's lasers. Don't ask me how. Lasers are involved too.
And then he has a limited amount of times he can use his 3D maneuver gears, and it's limited by the amount of fingers he has, and he has to build up. First he only has 1, and then he has to build up all the way to all 5 or 10.
Yeah. But then you're gonna have these new breeds of Titans that come down, and they're gonna be called the the G-Force. Yeah, they're gonna be called the G-Force because they're gonna be having maneuver gears on too.
The T-Force.
The T-Force. No, they're not gonna be drinking tea. That's the G-Force. That's because 3D maneuvering gears create heavy G's.
Who wouldn't want to watch this, right?
I think our ideas are more interesting than that.
Do you know what? Do you honestly want to know the only hope that I have in Attack on Titan right now?
To end?
Yeah, we only have 3 more episodes left. And then they're going to make another season. At this point, nothing's been resolved. You're depressed as, very depressed. They're going to have another season. And I honestly think Attack on Titan is taking the Naruto train. So we're going to have 800 episodes of this.
I'm only hoping that it goes for 2 seasons and that's it. I mean, I only hope that this first season was just to build it up. This is the first half of Sword Art Online where, well, actually, no.
No, this is nowhere close to being the first half of Sword Art Online.
No, this is
nowhere. At least the first half of Sword Art Online was good, and I enjoyed watching these. I feel like poking my eyes out at watching these episodes of Attack on Titan.
You mean how Levi did?
Yeah.
Just.
But if any of you guys are wondering, no, we are not doing season 2 of Attack on Titan. That's not going to be anywhere on a Kita Anime podcast. Because 1, it's depressing. 2, nothing ever happens. And 3, I want to punch Eren in the face.
Yeah, so, if they do make a season 2, we are not even going to put it in our list.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're not going to put it in our preview list.
Not even a preview. It's not going to be worth it.
It was not going to make it for us.
I know it's going to kill Sparky, but she's not here to defend it.
And for everyone who's been following us for the last 2 years, because it is our 2-year anniversary coming up, they know that we've never said this before, ever. If we didn't like a show, we're and there's a second season, we'll still talk about it, still preview it or something like that. But in this case, no.
If you guys don't agree, ktdata.net and let me know why you don't agree.
Or you can contact Rev and tell him to do it on his Rev Anime Podcast.
Rev Anime Podcast. Ooh.
Rev.
He's probably going to go, oh, creative. I haven't heard that before.
He lives in Vegas. What do you expect?
And it shortens down to rap, too. So he's going to, everything's going to be boom, boom. What's up, homie G's? You are listening to the Rev Anime Podcast. Yeah, my home slices. What we gonna talk to you about is Attack on Titan Season 2. Do you hear me, homies? Do you hear me?
That's so Rev, actually.
Yeah, that is definitely Rev with his gangsta cred and whatnot.
his Vegas gangsta cred.
Yeah.
Vegas gangsta cred. First episode, it's all rap. No, it's a rap. It's a trap. Rev. It's a trap.
But you know what, Tito? we're at the end of this episode of the Kita Anime Podcast. I don't know where the time went. Probably because of us doing the same thing Eren does for 22 episodes of Attack on Titan. Wham! But
no, I think we do a better job at than Eren. We wham better than Eren does.
I guess so. Our flashbacks are cooler, at least.
Yeah, because we don't have them. Oh! No.
So if you guys, like I said, if you guys agree or disagree with anything that we said, especially on Attack on Titan, let us know. Ktdata.net or leave it on our Facebook page, facebook.com/ktdatanet. Give it a like anyways. Or on Twitter at ktdata or on Google+. Just search for Kita Anime Podcast. Add us to a circle. Then you can know when the new episodes come up.
Or just tell us nasty things and we will read them.
Dito will read them.
Yes, I will.
So, and also make sure you pay attention to ktdata.net. Like I said, October is the month for birthdays. I actually don't remember when the first day ktdata.net came into existence, but I do know that in October is going to be the 1-year anniversary of the Kitcast and the 2-year anniversary for the Kita Anime Podcast. So it's like a birthday podcast. We will be giving away lots of stuff. Dito's
a plethora.
Yeah,
a plethora
stuff. Like I know Dito, he has a T-shirt that he's going to give away. I am actually going to get this awesome print from our friends at Sosimbo of a Japanese temple on there. It looks amazing on there, and somebody's going to be able to get a print from there. Got Iron Man posters and Iron Man 3D glasses that are going to be given away here. If you pay attention to the Kitcast, I actually will have a awesome Star Fox type Japanese print that some of you might want to win. Dito's seen it. It looks pretty cool. I have mayonnaise, not mayonnaise, mayonnaise. It's awesome that I'm giving away.
Mayonnaise.
Yeah. And Drew's even pitching in a 3D printed steampunk dragon or dinosaur if you want, which is pretty awesome.
Dragon or dinosaur? Be specific because there's a lot of people out there that will argue with that.
No, you can get a dragon or a dinosaur. There's different ones, and they look pretty cool. Some people might not say they're steampunk, but they look pretty cool, I have to admit, on there. Yeah. So make sure you guys pay attention to ktdata.net. Dito, ktdata.net also today, actually.
Man-AIDS. That's a good one, Rev. Man-AIDS.
But so Dito has an awesome review for a game that just came out today. You want to tell people about that?
Look on our Facebook for links and or ktdata.net for my review on Disgaea D2. That's right. NIS America gave me the opportunity to get a little preview on that itself and check out what I thought about it.
10 years in the making.
10-year anniversary for Disgaea series fans.
So that's awesome. Make sure you guys check that out. Oh yeah, and if you guys want to watch live, just like Rev and Coons are, just come visit us on October 22nd. That's pretty much gonna be our birthday episode. So I don't know, maybe we'll have cake or something. And you can
not a lie. You
can see it at ktdata.net/live on there, or you can just come next week anyways. The Kitcast will be on around that time. And other than that, I just got to say thank you guys for 2 years of awesomeness. Dito, seriously, dude. 2 years of seeing you, and it's awesome. So thank you for that. I appreciate it.
I'm sorry.
All you guys at home.
I'm sorry for all our followers too who've been seeing me for the last 2 years. No.
Yep. And it's just gonna keep on going. So we will see all of you guys in 2 weeks. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Get off my lawn, you podcast listeners. Listen to a radio when you can't control crap.
Because tubes, radio tubes.
Ba 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 Eren.
Ba 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 Eren.
Ba
ba Eren.